Who's your favorite? King Von or FBG Duck? Comment below. A viral photo of King Von's son and FBG Duck's son playing together had the whole internet emotional. But when Big Mike from O'Block gave his reaction, things took a completely different turn. Big Mike didn't fully celebrate the moment. He said he was happy for the kids, but he also made it clear that it still hurts him because of everything that happened between Von and Duck. While some people respected his honesty, others, especially from FBG Duck's side, didn't take it well at all. According to multiple sources, Big Mike's comments didn't sit right with several of FBG Duck's affiliates. They felt like he was only showing pain for one side and downplaying what Duck's family went through. Some even said his words felt disrespectful and one-sided. Now the question on everybody's mind is, what exactly did Big Mike say that rubbed Duck's people the wrong way? Was he just keeping it real about his loyalty to Von? Or did he cross a line? This situation is heating up fast, and both sides are starting to speak. You don't want to miss what's coming next, because this beef might not be as dead as people thought. Yo, this situation just took a turn nobody really saw coming. A viral photo of King Von's son and FBG Duck's son playing together had the whole internet in their feelings. Some people were calling it healing, others were calling it too soon. But when Big Mike from O'Block decided to speak on it, his words didn't land the same way with everyone, especially not with people from FBG Duck's side. Big Mike sat down for an interview and gave his honest take. He said he was happy to see the kids playing and smiling, but he also admitted that it still hurt him. He mentioned that seeing Von's son with Duck's son brought back memories of everything that was lost. He talked about the pain O'Block went through and how hard it is to watch the next generation move on while the wounds from the past are still fresh. Big Mike didn't say anything extremely disrespectful, but the way he expressed his feelings made it clear that his loyalty was still with Von and O'Block. That's where things started getting messy. According to multiple people close to FBG Duck Circle, Big Mike's comments didn't sit well with several of Duck's affiliates. They felt like he was only showing emotion for one side. They believed Big Mike was highlighting the pain O'Block felt but wasn't giving the same respect or acknowledgement to what Duck's family and friends went through. Some even felt that his words came across as if Duck's death didn't carry the same weight as Von's. One person who has been around Duck Circle for years said, "It's crazy because both sides lost somebody. Both sides buried somebody young." But when Big Mike spoke, it felt like he was only talking about Von's side. Like Duck's pain didn't matter as much. That's what rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. This reaction didn't come from just random fans online. It came from people who were actually connected to Duck and his movement. They felt that Big Mike could have been more balanced, especially since the photo was of two innocent kids who had nothing to do with the old beef. Instead of focusing on the kids and the possibility of peace, they felt Big Mike brought the old pain back into the spotlight in a one-sided way. Social media started moving crazy after Big Mike's interview dropped. Clips of him speaking were being shared everywhere. On one side, O'Block supporters and King Von fans were defending him, saying he was just keeping it real and speaking from the heart. On the other side, people from Duck's side and neutral fans were saying Big Mike should have been more careful with his words, especially when kids were involved. The comment sections under the clips became war zones within hours. Some people were saying, "Big Mike speaking facts, the pain is still real." Others were replying with, "He only cares about his side. Duck got killed too, but y'all act like it don't matter." The divide was clear and it was getting louder by the minute. What made Big Mike's comments hit different was the timing. The photo of the two boys had just gone viral and a lot of people were trying to see it as a positive moment, a sign that maybe the next generation doesn't have to carry the same hate. But when Big Mike spoke, he reminded everyone that the pain from the past is still very much alive for some people. While many appreciated his honesty, others felt he could have handled it differently, especially since the kids were innocent in all of this. Big Mike didn't say anything directly disrespectful about Duck or his family. He mostly spoke about his own pain and loyalty to Von. But in situations like this, sometimes what you don't say speaks louder than what you do say. Many from Duck's side felt that Big Mike missed an opportunity to acknowledge both losses equally. They felt like he could have said something that showed respect for both sides instead of leaning so heavily toward O'Block's pain. This whole thing has now created a new wave of tension. What started as a viral photo of two kids has now turned into another debate about loyalty, respect, and whose pain matters more. Big Mike's comments didn't cause a full-blown war, but they definitely created an uncomfortable feeling on one side of the fence. And right now, the streets are watching to see if more people from Duck's side will speak up or if this stays as quiet tension for now. Because the moment Big Mike's interview started circulating, people from FBG Duck's side didn't stay quiet for long. What started as small comments in group chats and private conversations quickly turned into public shots. Several people who were close to Duck and still move with his circle began speaking up, and they weren't being polite about it. One person who has been around Duck's movement for years went on Instagram and posted a long message that got a lot of attention. He wrote, "It's crazy how one side always wants to act like they're the only ones who lost somebody. Both of them got touched. Both of them left kids behind. But when Big Mike spoke, it felt like he was only crying for Vaughn. Like Duck's death didn't hit the same. That shit disrespectful." The post got hundreds of comments within the first hour, with people taking sides and arguing heavily. Another person close to Duck's family went even harder. In a now-deleted story, he said, "Big Mike talking like only O-Block felt pain. Like we didn't bury our brother too. Vaughn was the face, but Duck was family. Y'all keep trying to erase what happened to him like it don't count. That's why we can't never fully move on." Even though the story was deleted quickly, screenshots spread everywhere, and it added more fuel to the fire. Big Mike's comments were being clipped and shared with captions like "Big Mike only feels bad for his side," and he couldn't even say Duck's name with the same energy. People from Duck's circle felt like Big Mike had the perfect opportunity to show balance, especially since the photo was of two innocent kids. Instead, they felt he used the moment to remind everyone about O-Block's pain while barely acknowledging what Duck's family went through. This created a strong wave of backlash. Some people started saying that Big Mike was being selfish with his emotions. They argued that if he really wanted peace for the kids, he should have spoken in a way that didn't make one side feel less important than the other. Others felt that Big Mike was just being honest about how he felt, but even they admitted that his words came across as one-sided to a lot of people watching from the outside. The tension started growing on social media. Old videos of Duck and Vaughn dissing each other started getting reposted again. People were comparing Big Mike's recent comments to old interviews where he spoke about loyalty and O-Block. Some were saying, "This is why the beef never really dies. Even when the kids try to move on, the older heads keep bringing the pain back." What made this situation even more heated was that Big Mike didn't back down when people started reacting. In another short clip that surfaced later, he doubled down on his original comments. He said, "I said what I said. I'm happy for the kids, but I'm not about to act like everything is sweet when it's not. The pain is still there for a lot of us. I'm not gonna lie about that just because people want a happy ending." That response made Duck's side even more upset. They felt like he was being stubborn and refusing to show equal respect. Fans from both sides started going at each other hard in the comments. O-Block supporters were saying Big Mike was just keeping it real and that people were too sensitive. Duck supporters were saying Big Mike was being disrespectful and that he should have handled the situation with more care, especially when kids were involved. The arguments got personal fast, with people bringing up old losses and old beefs that had nothing to do with the photo. This whole thing showed that even though the two boys were seen playing together, the pain from the past is still very much alive for many people. Big Mike's comments didn't start a full war, but they definitely reopened old wounds that a lot of people thought were starting to heal. Because the backlash against Big Mike didn't die down after a few days, it actually got worse. More people from FBG Duck's circle started speaking out, and their tone became even more direct. One person who has been publicly associated with Duck's movement posted a long video breaking down Big Mike's comments. He said, "Big Mike keep talking about how it hurts him to see Vaughn's son with Duck's son. But where was all this energy when Duck got killed? Where was the same energy when we was mourning our brother? It's always one-sided with these niggas. They want peace when it benefits them, but when it's time to show equal respect, they go quiet." That video went viral within hours and added even more heat to an already tense situation. People started reposting old clips of Big Mike speaking about loyalty and O-Block, comparing them to his recent comments about the kids. Many from Duck's side felt like Big Mike was being selective with his emotions, showing pain for Vaughn's side while barely acknowledging Duck's death and the impact it had on his family and friends. The comment sections across Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube turned into full-blown battlegrounds. O'Block supporters were defending Big Mike heavily, saying he was just being honest about how he felt and that people were being too sensitive. On the other side, Duck supporters were saying Big Mike showed his true colors and that he never really cared about peace in the first place. The arguments got nasty fast, with people bringing up old losses from both sides and accusing each other of disrespecting the dead. What made this situation even more heated was that Big Mike didn't really back down or try to clear the air. In a short clip that surfaced later, he stood on his original comments. He said, "I said what I said. I'm not about to change my words just because some people got feelings hurt. I'm happy for the kids, but I'm not gonna act like the past didn't happen. That pain is still real for a lot of us who was there." His response made Duck's side even more upset. They felt like he was doubling down instead of trying to be more balanced, especially since the original photo was of two innocent children. This whole drama exposed something that a lot of people in the culture already knew but didn't want to admit out loud. The beef between O'Block and FBG Duck side never really died. Even though both Vaughn and Duck have been gone for years, the pain and the division are still very much alive. The viral photo of their sons gave people a small moment of hope, but Big Mike's comments and the reaction from Duck's affiliates showed that old wounds are still sensitive. Fans from both sides started going at each other harder than before. Old diss tracks started trending again. Old videos of Vaughn and Duck going back and forth were being reposted with captions taking shots at the other side. What was supposed to be a positive moment between two kids quickly turned into another chapter of the same old war. Big Mike's comments didn't start a physical conflict, but they definitely reopened emotional wounds that many thought were starting to heal. People from Duck's side felt like their pain was being minimized, while people from O'Block felt like Big Mike was just keeping it real about his loyalty. The middle ground completely disappeared, and the culture became more divided over this one situation than it had been in a long time. As of right now, the tension is still thick. More people from Duck Circle are expected to speak on it, and Big Mike hasn't shown any signs of softening his stance. The viral photo that was supposed to bring some type of peace has now turned into another reason for both sides to argue and throw shots at each other. This situation proved one thing clearly: even when the kids try to move on, the older generation and the streets are still holding on to the pain. And as long as that pain stays alive, moments like this will keep turning into new drama instead of healing. So there it is. What started as an innocent photo of two kids quickly turned into another heated debate after Big Mike spoke his mind. Now FBG Duck's affiliates are responding, and the tension between both sides is clearly still alive. Drop your honest opinion in the comments right now. Do you think Big Mike was wrong for what he said, or was he just keeping it real about his loyalty? If you're locked in with these raw and unfiltered breakdowns, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next update. Chicago never sleeps, and neither do we. Stay dangerous.